Hey, what's up? What's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to show you the top individual cards that went up in the last 7 days. I'm going to show you the top 5. Maybe I show you a few more than that. It depends on how I'm feeling. It's a little late here. But first thing I want to mention to you is you probably know I have the Sports Card Society, where almost every day I make an exclusive special video outlining a sports card investment that I have researched and decided is a good pick, and I recommend it to my members, giving them a special video showing exactly why I think it is and all the research and all the data that I have behind why that card looks like a good sports card investment so they can actually make the most informed decision. For instance, about a month ago, I recommended this John Morant courtside to my members in the PSA 10. And now this card right here is going for $1,500. Let's refresh this page real quick because I think one sold recently for even more. Let's take a look here. But we were buying that card when I recommended it to them. Okay, looks like the most recent one went for $14.25. When I was recommending it to them, we were getting it for about $650. See, this is December. If we go all the way back to late October, here's one in the 10 that went for $500 at September. Scroll me away. This is a very low population count card. 670 back in mid-October, 695 at the end of October. We were getting it for about $650, and just a few weeks later, around November 18th, the card started going for, $1,500, and the last one you saw up there in December sold for a little over $1,400. So that was a really good return. And that was a pick that I recommended to them before I ever told anyone else about. So if you want to learn about good sports card investment picks before everybody else and really make some good profits, join the Sports Card Society. The link is in the description. The website is literally sportscardsociety.com. And in addition to that, with our members, we share our resources. And one of our resources is we have a group submitter that gets you 20-day PSA grading for just $25. Now, if you go on the PSA website, you'll also see that the best thing they offer on their website, PSA, is 25-day grading for $50, 50. And also with our group submitter, you'll get 15-day grading 5-day grading for just $75. Where on PSA website, they don't even offer that. Best you can get is 15-day for $75. Anyways, a lot of good reasons to be in the society. It's only $9.99 a month. Cancel anytime. And heck, if you don't like it, I'll just give your money back. It's about community. It's about having a good time. It's about enjoying this hobby that we really love and making some good profits off it too. All right. So let's get rolling. By the way, the main tool that I'm going to be using is the Market Movers tool. And that's what I have pulled up here. Oh, there's LeBron. But here's where we are. Let me crack a beer real quick. There you go. All right. This is the Market Movers tool. If you're not familiar with it, this is the main data tool I use to look up cards' values, what they're doing, what their trend is. For instance, this LeBron back here. I just look up tons of cards all the time. For instance, I was looking up his bazookas earlier, and it shows you these charts of where the card is, how much it sold for on certain dates, going off the eBay listings, and it also gives you amazing things like being able to compare ratios of how much the PSA 10 to the PSA 9 sold for. Apparently, this 10 sold for 3.31 times more than the 9. Amazing data tool. Anyways, I'll put a link in the description to this too, and use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month or your first year, because there's 2 different subscription ways for Market Movers, either monthly or yearly. And anyways, you get 20% off your first month of your first year. All right, let's roll into it right away. All right, here we go with Tyler Hero being the #1 card over the last 7 days. The Tyler Hero 2019 Prism Base Raw happened to be the biggest gainer according to Market Movers. And where Market Movers gets its data from are from sales on eBay. So that's by far the most transacted marketplace. Pretty accurate data. All right, so it looks like it started at about 36, ended up selling for about 40, 164 sales. So that's a highly transacted card here. And that's the way that I should say that the biggest changers, when I click this here, I'll show it to you. Ooh, that one went down a lot for Ja. The actual biggest gainer was this James Harden. but there's only 12 sales. So I'm going to show it to you two ways. I'm going to show you the top 5 cards through percentage change and also relevant with the number of sales. We're going to go through the number of sales first. Now, Tyler Hero had the most, come on, bring it up. You got to click it to ascending and descending. And anyways, here now we should have the descending. So the most transacted card was the Tyler Hero Prism Base Raw, and it went up an average of 12.3%. Another cool thing about market movers too is I can just click this little button right here, and it'll pull up this whole chart for me, like I showed you with that LeBron card. I just need to get a drink quick. All right. Come on, market movers, show me your magic. Loading it up. It's going back to early September to today, 12/6, November 6th. It's late. It's like almost 12/7. That's how late I'm filming this at. All right. Looks like his height was, of course, during the playoffs. $71 is what that raw got up to. And he seems to be upward trending. This is another reason I love this tool, is because you can see all those little dots. You can see where it's going, and the dotted line shows overall over the time frame. But you can tell from like here to here, it seems to be trending up. Yeah, it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, but overall it goes up. So very interesting. If you are a Tyler Hero believer, that may be a good buy. So I'm gonna close this now. My computer's just lagging a little bit. Click this, it'll take you to eBay, see which one's for sale, mark it as a favorite, add it to your collection, which is a super cool feature where you can just track your entire collection and keep it organized here in Market Movers to be able to see, how much it's gone up, how much it's went down, what all cards you have, stuff like that. And then you add a price alert where you can say, hey, if this card drops below a certain price, alert me, because that means you want to buy it. Or, hey, if this card goes above a certain price, alert me, because that typically means that's the price you usually want to sell at. All right, second card, Michael Porter Jr. Looks like it was his Prism Raw, went up 2.9%, but again, transacted 117 times. I'm not going to pull it up. We're going to go through these pretty quick. John Morant, Prism Base, PSA 9, 103 sales of that at 5.1% gain overall in the past 7 days. John Morant, Prism Base Raw went up, about 20, almost 28%, 102 sales of that. Went basically from 116 to 148. That's very interesting. And the number 5 card, Mr. Shai Gilgeous, that makes a lot of sense, right? That makes a lot of sense. And that's still going off of the Chris Paul trade, CP3 trade. And that card went up almost 26.6, almost 27% from 38 to 49, 93 sales of that. So that is really interesting. So that's one way to really look at things. And I like to really look at the number of sales because it tells me the amount of interest going on the market more than just the percentage change, and vice versa. It's really important to look at both. So now let's go to which ones sold, increased the most in the past. Isn't that interesting? These Chronicles ones, which aren't the most popular cards in the first place, of Ja were the biggest losers. But again, not many transactions. So it's not the most accurate data. Again, only 12 of this James Harden card here. But not completely irrelevant because there's just not near as many of these cards out there. This is raw. It's not like it's graded or anything. But $3 to $9, that's a decent little gain, I guess. The second highest gained card was Luka, second year, his Select Concourse Raw. So these must be people going, hey, we're going to dig in on the second years because naturally when people want to buy it, because buying Luka first years, it's just out of the budgets of a good number of people, but they want to own some Luka. So like, hey, how about second year? Select's a cool card. So here we go. 16 transactions, not a ton, but doesn't make it irrelevant. I don't think the true, if this is what it's going for, this is what it's going for. Same thing here. With prices being this low, I mean, relatively speaking, I tend to think that these are probably about accurate. So that's a good gain there. Kemba Walker, not as high on this one, but let's see what his, it's 2012, that's why. See, 2012 is the first year of Prism. And so cards in the 2012 set tend to be, even though they're not rookie cards, some of them are rookie cards. Like Anthony Davis was a rookie card because he was number one drafted player, number one in the NBA draft that year. But just regular cards in the 2012 Prism set are worth good money. Apparently, Kemba Walker went up a bunch. How many transactions did it say there were? 14. Interesting. Pulled up his chart. Let's see. So this would have been down here. And it looks like there was... Interesting. Why did Kemba Walker go up so much? Why'd you go up so much, Kemba? Damn, who's Kemba even play for right now? I don't know. I'm not interested in Kemba Walker. Kristaps Porzingis. Now this one makes a lot more sense to me. His base raw. This is one that I've actually been recommending to. I've recommended in my society, and one that I've been buying before now for the past several weeks, because it's going to be him and Luka. And if Luka's getting all that praise, and Luka's being one of the hottest cards and players in the hobby, then Kristaps is going to come along with, because Kristaps is a talented player. And guy puts up double-doubles all the time. Like, he's a good player, and that team's going to be really competitive. I'm probably not buying anymore at 68. I probably wouldn't be. That's me personally. Down here at 30, I would have, but I was buying them at like $15 in October, early November. So I feel good about that. But those were, was that the top 5? Nope, that's top 4. We got one more to go. What's Kristaps look like? Let's see quick. Show me your 2015 Prism Wondrous Magical Market Movers. Again, link in description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off to get this Market Movers tool. And again, if you want to get tipped off to good sports cards and investments much sooner, join the Sports Card Society. Links in the description. The website is sportscardsociety.com. Just $9.99 a month. I send you an exclusive video almost every day outlining a good sports card investment pick that me and my team have spent hours coming to the conclusion that, hey, this seems like a good buy. Are we always right? No, of course not. Nobody is. But we are right more than we are wrong. That is for damn sure. Anyways, Kristaps. I want to see what the card looks like. See, because these prisms change over the years a little bit, and I always like to see what it looks like, because I forget which ones are which. This one, I don't know if this one would get graded a 10, by the way. It's just kind of a stock image, we'll call it. As you can see, the centering here, this is just not quite as, this is wider over here than it is over here. Kristaps, the lanky dude. All right, number 5. What's number 5? Zion. His Chronicles Crusade Raw. Good old Crusade. Yummy. All right. Overall, that card's been going down, though, man. But Zion's obviously had a surgence here. Now, personally, I have very little Zion. I think there's tons of potential for him to blow up and be the monster beast that he's been hyped up to be since before he was ever in the NBA. But there's just other people I'd rather invest in that I feel a little more certain about. I might miss the boat big time on Zion. I don't know. I might. But I'm not really in on him. And frankly, I've sold most of the stuff that I had of him in the past couple weeks, because there's going to be a dip here, I think. And I think he's going to have his ups and his downs, but I don't know. Can he stay healthy? I don't know. Can he actually stay in shape? Stuff like that. Like, it's just such questions. Like, LeBron didn't have those issues. Now, I know that's a lot to compare someone to, but he's so goddamn hyped that I feel it's fairly relevant to compare him to rookie and second year LeBron. Am I crazy? Comment below. By the way, please give this video a like if you enjoy this content. I appreciate it a lot, and it's a great little piece of gratitude. I really appreciate it. And subscribe. I come out with lots of content almost every day, really. And you want to get tipped off about it as soon as possible, because timing matters a lot in this hobby. The early bird really does get the worm. And birds think worms are yummy. So that's what I got for you there. Anyway, Zion's not a guy that I'm really in on. I've went back and forth on this. Overall, I just decided I'm more into Ja and Trey. Like, that's who I was really heavily investing in the most of anybody in October. So October was really the time to buy them, or at least where I was putting forth my most money, where I was really making my most investments. And now I have to pay much more attention to the markets. In October, it's kind of like, well, who do you like? Don't even look at the card. Who do you like? In October, now you really got to pay more attention to the card and the player and every day-to-day stuff, which is why checking out data and doing research like my team and I do every day, almost every day. I mean, we take some days off, obviously. God, you go nuts staring at all this, but I'm a math maniac. I'm a statistic nerd, and that's why I really love doing this stuff. And you very well might be too. Let's look at one more just for the hell of it. Who's after Zion? Because these numbers are so big. De'Aaron Fox, another guy I've been recommending to my society. I just recommended him a couple days ago. De'Aaron Fox is a guy that I think can really do something this year. I don't really want to pay much more than this. I was buying his PSA 10 for like $100 or less. So definitely not interested in his raw for this price. No, thank you. Although 25 is a relevant number of sales. In 2017 is certainly a lower pop year. XR raw, baby, I like it raw. Anyways, that's what I got for you today. Hopefully that was insightful. Give the video a like. Go ahead and subscribe. Join the society, SportsCardSociety.com. Link is in the description. The Market Movers tool here, link is also in the description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month or your first year. Other than that, boy, preseason starts this week, and I'm excited. Just a second. It was time to take a drink. And I'm excited, right? I think it starts, I get my dates mixed up. I think Friday. I think it starts Friday. Preseason does. The 11th, right? So that's exciting. And I'm also interested to see what it's going to do to the sports card market. First of all, the people that have great performances, especially ones that were unexpected, their cards are going to go ba-boom. So really pay attention. Watch that first night and second night of games. Watch closely. And when you see people lighten up like beyond expectations, go buy their card. Basically. Or sell off of that rather. Because if you're going to buy off eBay, it's kind of hard to do that turnaround. But if you use something like ComC or StarStock, comc.com or starstock.com, where you can just buy and sell in that same marketplace in almost the same moment, because you never really, at least on I don't use StarStock so much, but I do use ComC. ComC, you just go on there, comc.com, check out mycards.com, comc.com. And like today, Jalen Hurts, today's Sunday. So Jalen Hurts got in and played for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I was like, whoa. So I immediately went on ComC and bought a couple of his rookies. And what I did this 5 seconds after I bought them was I just changed the price and reposted them on the marketplace, because it's not a card that I have sent to me. I could have it sent to me, but I just leave it on the marketplace and change it to a different price. And that's going to sell. It may have already sold, actually. I haven't checked it since I changed it. And that's what you could do on a day, like say, like when Bol last year came in and had a nice practice, which is basically what it was. His card just spiked like crazy. ComC would have been an excellent marketplace to do that in, just for the quick profit, because you can just buy a card and put it up for sale the same within 30 seconds of buying and selling it. Within 30 seconds of buying it, you can put it right back up on the marketplace for sale at a higher price, right? So Bol, I don't remember how much his Prism went up, and his nice practice he had went up. It was crazy, right? It was hundreds of percentage points, if not like 1,000 percentage points. So you could have bought it for $5 and sold it for 50 the same day. That's what I like about those marketplaces. But I'd say really look out for unexpected, far beyond expectation performances, and use something like ComC to make quick change, and then mark that down into what's going on here for cards you want to invest in more long-term and actually have physical in your hand. All right, that's what I got. Join the society, homeboy. Get marketplace, homeboy. What strangeness I'm talking from. I mean, who is this guy on this video? What a weirdo. All right, stay classy. You're awesome.